Hi, folks. Welcome to the Moebius Adventures podcast. My name is Brian Fitzpatrick. I'm the guy behind Moebius Adventures. Uh, and lately, we've been running this podcast on Anchor.fm as an audio-only affair. You can search for it via The Loop or Moebius Adventures on Anchor.fm and see all of the previous versions or previous episodes that we've had. This is our 10th episode. But this time we're doing a little differently. So much like the rest of the world, we've had to adapt a little bit in the last couple of weeks. Usually we would record this in the back room at our favorite local game store over at Petrie's in Colorado Springs. But this week we decided we would try to use Skype or Google Hangouts. We ended up with Skype and record all of our smiling faces, or as many of them as we could get, and do this via a video meeting online, and that actually worked out pretty well. So we have released the podcast version yesterday, and we're going to try and release the YouTube version today. So this is a little rougher than it has been because, as you might imagine, being recording these from home, we had lots of interesting interruptions, from everything from a cat and a dog to children and roommates, and it got a little loud occasionally. So it's not quite as pristine as we would like, but we had a great time. We picked up the story where we ended last time, which is we had a big battle in a hospital where the PCs were trying to save a group of coma patients and some regular folks from what turned out to be an apparent vampire attack. And they were fleeing the hospital. We had 4 characters go one way and 2 characters go another, and that is where we picked up this particular episode. And we ended with yet another cliffhanger. So I hope you enjoy. We had a great time recording, and we're going to do this again next week. And we'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll try a different platform at some point, but for now, this seems to work. So hopefully you enjoy the madness, and we'll see you again. Hopefully we'll release another YouTube version, another video version of this. So like I said, we had a good time, and hopefully you enjoy it too. So if you want more information about Moebius Adventures, please check us out on the web at moebiusadventures.com. That's Moebius adventures.com. You'll find links to all of our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, all that good stuff up in the upper right. We have a really healthy community that's going on in Facebook group chat right now, and yeah, we also have a Patreon page, so you can check us out on patreon.com. Look for Moebius Adventures there. You should find us. We've been releasing mostly stuff for Aliens and Asteroids, but as we release, once we finally get Tattered Magicks out the door, we'll start releasing some supplements for that as well. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. If you want to catch up on the story so far, you can go back to our Anchor page and see where we go from there. Here are some links for you. You can see us all over the web at our various places, and there's the podcast link. So without further ado, we're going to get started. Thanks for listening, and thanks for staying in the loop with Moebius Adventures. All right, so when we last had this lovely group together, which feels like it was forever ago, we had finished the battle in the basement, and everybody was splitting off to do their own thing, which is entertaining. So, what do you guys remember from the last session? Because my memories and your memories are probably different.
There was a third arson attempt at the hospital. I'm not going to point any fingers. Yeah, that happened.
A third arson attempt. That was nicely put.
I think Shannon.
Huh?
Robert.
Oh, we lost KB.
Yeah, sorry. I'm grabbing more stats, things that I'm remembering that I might need to have, close by.
Okay.
My notes say that we had another encounter in the basement, and we managed to defeat them all. And Kay and I were feeding our ogre armor again before we left.
That's right. Stinky.
Yeah, so we kind of smell like dead people. John smote a character, which was pretty cool. Diana went pretty fast. She drop kicked somebody. Casey was awake when we went back up to the main level. Somebody got Aurora Taylor's ID card, and Aurora Taylor was the creature that we fought that had claw hands.
Am I doing?
Yeah, those are the main notes that I have. I don't know if you can hear any of that or not, but
Yep, we got
Yeah.
it.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I
yeah.
had been healed, and then I just remember running out the door. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
And there was some debate about whether you were going to transform back into a person.
Oh, I had attempted, but I failed.
Right.
And right now I'm just gonna focus on running instead of transforming, because I feel like suddenly becoming naked while running away just seems dangerous.
Yeah. Did you grab your stuff, or did somebody grab your stuff?
You have it.
Oh, I'd have it. Okay, cool. So I'm
So my
extra
clothes are gonna
stinky.
be detained. Exactly. So we're gonna have to sort that one out.
Oh no. Okay.
And when Jacob did that, he actually started the Freedom Door run.
Yeah.
John had hidden in shadows and was headed for the Freedom Door as opposed to the jail. I'm sorry, the captive. I mean the other door.
Whatever.
And I think Simon?
Alvin.
Alfred.
Theodore.
Wait, what's your name? Was following to the Freedom Door. Diana was coming to the Freedom Door?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. I believe everybody did except for Kay and Shannon, who chose door number 2. There were actually 3 doors, so you could have gone out 3 separate doors, which would have been apropos for this group.
Right. True.
Valid.
Yeah.
I guess it's to find out what's behind the Freedom Door. Like, what are we running to?
Right. So, as you recall, the high school / hospital, you are running out a door, setting off an alarm, because there was already a fire alarm that somebody had nicely set off in the basement. Oh, and actually, no, you set it off on the main level after you headed up the basement.
Yeah, I set the wallpaper on fire, I believe.
Right, that was a different time, and that was earlier in the day. They did manage to get that alarm out. So
Yeah.
yeah.
This is Onyx that you'll see. There he is.
Okay, we'll try not to swear at Onyx.
see my friend?
Bye, Onyx.
You see it?
Used to have a cat named Onyx, funny enough. Anyway.
That's Victoria.
All right.
Shannon. That's Robert. Yep.
It's all good.
She's cool.
So, all right.
She really wants the best.
Oh, and there's the dog.
Oh my gosh, there's that dog.
I locked our dogs upstairs.
Hi, Onyx.
There was a set of hands.
Right. And she is yoinked away.
Yoink. All right. So the rest of you, we'll start with you guys, since
Kay seems to be occupado somewhere else right at the moment. So out the freedom door, as Dan so nicely put it, you find a green area that is sort of like a park that sort of surrounds the high school. The other side is where the CDC had set up the permanent tents where you guys were investigating the other vampire victims when you guys first came into town.
Yeah.
So that's on the other side. And so on the side that you went out, you set off the security alarm, and you set off, well, yeah, just the security alarm, because the fire alarm was already going. You can't really hear anything inside the building because all the klaxons are going. So you guys get out, and you find that it is dark. You have a little bit of open area and then some trees. And then you can go from the trees to wherever you would like to go in Plunkett. So I don't believe you had a plan for where you were going to meet up after you escaped through the freedom door. You just kind of all ran headlong after. Let me see if I get this right. So there was a large battle in the basement.
Yeah.
Several bodies were set on fire.
Yeah.
Making a lot of really nasty, greasy smoke. And
Vikki's smile is all that I really needed today. Like that, truly, for a day that was pretty much kind of. Nico, I need you to plug your ears for just a minute.
It's all good.
Listen. So yeah, that was pretty much all I needed today. That was good.
Glad to be of service. Works out.
Okay, so you don't have a plan, so you guys get outside. There are no cops on that side of the building. Why? Because Ryder and Brooke have them all occupied on the front of the building, because that was where Casey came out. So you guys have a lovely distraction in the form of your two companions. Where would you guys like to go? You are outside. It's dark. You have a little bit of cover once you get to the trees. And there's three of you, four of you, including the dire wolf and an old man.
So what kind of trees are out there?
These are really old trees that were planted back in the 50s.
It's like a large grouping, or
like think of it like a park. So they're kind of scattered with like little picnic areas and benches, and there's like a wandering path that goes through them that will eventually get you to a road which can get you anywhere you want to go on Plunkett. But there is nobody here at the moment to stop your progress.
I mean, I imagine I would probably, as a wolf, run towards some sort of cover and wait for people who are following me.
Okay. So you very quickly get to the trees. And what is the rest of everybody doing?
I guess I'm going to follow the Freedom Pepper. That seems like the best course of action.
Freedom Pupper. It's like the Freedom Trail. Not to be confused with Frito-Lay. That's a different kind of phrase.
Wow.
Listen, we started off with the Freedom Door last session, and now we got the Freedom Doggo, and you just gotta go with the flow. Follow freedom.
So you need a bandana. You need a bandana that's like red, white, and blue, and stars, stripes, right? So
there we go.
I should go grab one.
So you guys make it out, and you get to the trees. By the way, there's a large wolf waiting for you when you get to the trees. It happens to be Jacob, but that's okay. Hopefully you figured it out by now. But you know,
otherwise this could get awkward.
could get awkward. Why are we following the wolf, guys? I don't know. Seems kind of counterproductive. There was a bear that went out the other direction, but we didn't follow it. No. Okay. So what do you guys want to do as you get to the trees? Is the old man having any problems? Labored breathing, heart attack, stroke?
I don't know. What would I roll for that? He seems fine.
Okay.
He's still he's moving slowly because he is moving with the cloak and shadows, hide and shadows still going on. And I know that doesn't, that means that he doesn't move very quickly when that happens.
Move quickly at all before?
Yeah.
What?
Did he move quickly at all before?
Wow. Holy, nice, Robert.
8-year-old.
Nice.
I don't know where he gets it from, Dan. I don't know.
The
Yeah.
peanut gallery right there. All right.
All right.
Mm.
No, and the answer is no. Thank you. But yeah, so he'll all right, so 1, 2, 3. Where are the dumb ones?
I'm not pointing out who those are. So yeah.
Where is Ryder and what's her bucket? The movie star. I have my notes in my other pants.
Brooke.
Seriously.
Jacob's probably gonna like
Brooke?
nudge in the
Yeah.
direction of where they are. Like
I
kind of
think
just
he is
like-
having a stroke, guys.
Ow. I do not smell toast.
John doesn't look healthy.
I do not smell toast. Everything is fine. So yeah, where's Brooke and Ryder? Oh, you said that you can nose them.
Yeah,
You
I'd
nose
kind
that
of
they're
just,
over
like,
that way.
casually like nod my head in a direction because I assume I know which direction they went out, right?
Yes. You know that they went out a different direction than you did.
Okay, yeah.
They were behind you, so they only had 2 other options. So regardless of whether you're pointing to the front door or the other side door, you're still nudging the same direction. So.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go around the corner and I'm gonna look around the corner, still cloaked in shadows, trying to be observant.
So do we see him or do we just see like a black cloud? The one who's hiding in shadow.
By the time he gets to the shadows, I'm gonna say you can see him, although it's dark. So he's there. Maybe it's a slightly more dark area than the rest of the darkness around you. So it's dark, but it's not, that dark.
I was critically aware.
Yeah. You were critically aware at the end, yeah.
No, when I was trying to be aware as I looked around the corner so that I can see what's happening to them. Killing West and meet now.
Oh,
There's Kay.
okay.
Hi. I don't know if you can see me.
We can't see you, but we can hear you.
Hold on. There you are.
Okay, good. 'Cause,
Okay, stop picking the nose right now, but that's all right.
I'm kind of in the middle of 2 different games right now, so I didn't know you were playing tonight, so I'm playing a game of Gaslands. So I'm gonna try to do both.
All right.
If anyone involved, it's Kay.
I can only see this going well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll go well.
At one time. I said if anyone
Did we lose Shannon? No,
No, I'm still
there.
here. Yeah.
All right, let me know when it's my turn. I'm just
Okay.
gonna be up here.
It won't be
Okay.
long.
I'm talking to the Gaslands. I'm sorry. This is gonna be interesting.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be a great time.
All right. So you guys are so Jacob was nudging towards you guys. Do we want to deal with the disaster that's at the front of the building where you guys came out and there's lots of cops?
Well, what are the cops doing? Right? I mean, they stopped Brooke and Ryder, right?
They did. They were pointing guns and told them to freeze.
Respect my authority.
Wait,
And the dire wolf's gotten a lot smaller.
This is Riddle. He's a pug chihuahua.
Uh-huh.
He's very important.
Nice.
He just wants to be involved in everything.
Of course.
Okay, hold on one sec. Let me mute this real quick.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, do your thing. We'll get back to you. It's okay.
All right.
Huh, if only we talked about that. All right.
Anyway.
We did. Tegan's just a force of nature. So
Yeah.
So what are the police officers doing with Brooke and Ryder?
Well, when we last left the police officers and Brooke and Ryder, there was a bunch of them standing behind their cars, pointing guns and shouting at them to stop. And that was where we stopped. So what would Ryder do? Because your friend Casey is pointing a gun at you.
I would put up my hands. Hey, Casey, there's a fire inside. We should get the fire put out. I didn't do it, by the way. It wasn't me. And it definitely wasn't Brooke either.
What do you mean?
Did you just say we didn't start the fire? It goes on and on.
It was
Yeah,
always
this is
burning.
my
Start the
voice.
fire. No?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna tell Casey. But I'm definitely gonna put my hands up and yeah, I'll stop.
Okay. Well, they are suitably happy with the fact that you've stopped. So Ryder has stopped. Is Brooke going to stop? Is Brooke going to take Ryder's cue here, or is Brooke just going to bull her way through like normal?
Brooke?
Like normal. Did I don't remember. Did I miss last session?
No, you were there, honey.
Nope, you were there.
You were in the basement of the school, and then we left, and you and Ryder went out the front doors to meet the cops, and the rest of us went out the side doors.
There was a big battle in the room in the basement with a bunch of ghouls and maybe a couple of vampires. Yeah, and it's been a couple of weeks since then, so it's okay.
What did you do?
I put up my hands. I told Casey that there was a fire inside, and we just need to stop the fire because we didn't start it. But I mean, there's cops with guns drawn on us, and
That's right. We were trying to escape. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I would have. I will follow suit. I'll also put up my arms.
Okay.
Well, that's good. Okay. All right. So they shout at you to get down on the ground, and they come over and they put handcuffs on you.
Before they do, I would like to spend a couple seconds. I'd actually like to spend when I see them, standing there, I start thinking about it really hard. So I'd like to put 2 rounds, 4 points of energy into. We stopped checking for monsters under our bed when we realized that they were inside of us. And from behind them, we will have. It's the apocalypse currently, so we will have virus-ridden zombies from behind them show up.
Okay.
And
Real zombies? Hold on. Wait.
So is this like an illusion, or what is this?
I imagine it's going to be an illusion, and I hope that they catch on.
What kind of points are you putting in? Light or dark?
Presence.
Presence. Okay.
Presence. It's a movie quote. It is the Joker.
I got it.
From Heath Ledger's
Do me a
Joker.
favor and roll.
Yeah. One die?
Yeah, because you haven't done this one. So presence versus 1 die.
How about a 4?
4 would do it. A 4 and 4 points. All right. So your friends, the cops, I'm not even going to roll for them because they're not going to make that. Suddenly turn, and poor Ryder and Brooke are down on their knees or on the stairs in front of the school. And you have a front row of you as the cops all turn and start shooting, seemingly randomly, into the darkness behind them.
It worked.
Wait, what?
Uh-huh.
Get over here now. Get
Run! And I'm gonna start running towards the opposite way of where the cops are shooting.
All right, so the two of you are handcuffed. So I'm going to say
No,
you're
I did it before they got
it'll be an
handcuffed.
athletics check to try and
I
run without tripping and falling since you have no
I-
hands.
I very
Okay.
specifically tried to do it before they, when they were on their way over, but I was not fast enough.
No, you were not fast enough. So they had already they were already out the front door before you came around the side. So
Absolutely.
I didn't make it. I did 2 over.
okay, so you trip and fall. What about you, Kay? You have a die handy?
3 over.
Okay, so both of you trip and fall.
My athletics was a 14.
Yeah, so
Right,
you I think because of your martial arts, I would have given you an advantage.
Okay.
Make some coffees and make.
I got an advantage this time.
Okay. All right. So your friend Ryder has tripped and fallen. Are you gonna help her? Actually,
yeah,
roll an awareness check. Let's see if you notice.
I don't remember what my awareness was. I don't have my character sheet.
There's a link. I sent you the PDF, but let me look. I have it here.
Sorry, I just got chucked into all this, so I haven't been able to look at anything.
You're good.
Okay.
Brooke. You have a 13 awareness.
Hey, I'll be right back.
So yes, I'm aware.
Okay, so your friend has tripped and fallen.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn and try to help her.
All right. So because it wasn't a critical fail, I'm gonna say that's a no-brainer. So you help her but get back up, and you guys run in the direction that you heard John's voice from the trees.
I assume my hidden shadows would have fallen because I was doing other action.
Yeah.
Get on.
Yep.
Get on.
Sweet.
Okay. So you guys, everybody gets together. So all 6 of you are in one spot in the trees.
We should go.
Hey. Yeah.
Hey, does anybody know how to like undo handcuffs? And I'll like wiggle my hands.
Huh.
I'm gonna guess that our 2 survivalists, Alvin or Jacob, probably would have some skill at picking locks.
Alvin. Robert.
Sorry, we were talking about what my character's going to do. What's the question?
Alvin.
Can your character pick a set of handcuffs, or do you happen to have a handcuff key since you are a survivalist and you were once captured by witches?
Oh, I can pick locks.
Or you could just shoot them off.
I'm going to shoot him off.
I'm okay. I'm okay, Alvin. That's okay.
I can pick.
I'm fine.
That would be.
I'm fine like
That would be what, Brian?
What for which? For lock picks or for lock picks would be accuracy.
Accuracy. All right, 12. I'm ready. Here we go. With advantage because I have it as a skill, right?
You have locks, yeah.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Don't worry, Ryder. I got you. 10 and an 11. I got it.
Okay.
I really rolled 20s, but you'll never know that, Brian.
That's
It
why.
was difficult, but I managed to get it off.
Okay. So you can do. I'll figure you can do the same thing with Brooke as well, since they were both handcuffs.
Oh, absolutely. Here we go. Oh yeah, a 9. We're good.
Okay. So you guys are unhandcuffed, so now you have 2 sets of police grade handcuffs in your possession.
Oh, I keep those.
What?
Yeah, they could come in handy.
We should go and we should go.
Let's look at that.
And where are you gonna go?
Should we get in contact with Reggie?
Yeah, is he gonna be at the Bloody Pie? I'm a bit hungry.
Okay, yeah, we can go there.
Get some pies.
Yeah.
Everybody wants some.
I do think we should also tell the CDC that we witnessed a vampire attack in the hospital.
We
So
can call.
okay.
So, Brian, I want to. How long is it gonna take for someone to make me a bracelet?
You want a bracelet, like a best friend bracelet?
Little different one, Ryder. A little different than that.
Black Panther.
We have a lot of echo now.
Yeah, that's me. I had it on my phone, and I'm just trying to switch to my laptop, and it's taking a minute here.
So what I'm thinking is my armor is now garbage, so I'm that's gone.
Okay.
But I want to start using some magic.
Yes. It's probably a good idea.
So from my perspective, to create a new magic item, you would have to have an item that you want to grant some magical abilities, and then have some time to work with somebody who could create a shield rune and then pump some points into it. So you have the points to pump into it. You just need somebody else to help you create the rune or the symbol to confer energy into that item.
So I'm gonna need several hours of downtime.
So like mage armor?
So it's sort of like so armor in terms of magic is every point gives you 1 point of AR and D6 of AP. So depending on how many points you want to put into it, you could have AR for 46 AP, not 46, but 4D6 AP. So it just depends on how much you want to put into it. So it is magic armor, and it would last for an encounter.
Right. Okay. I just thought we were gonna go into some downtime, so I was gonna try to happen.
Yeah. You can work on it if you have a bracelet that you want to convert into a magic item. That's great, but you have to have an item first that you want to confer that ability.
I'm pretty sure I don't want to use the handcuffs I just grabbed.
I'm
Well,
pretty sure
those are-
you should use the handcuffs.
Those are my handcuffs, though.
Those are really
giving them to
fancy
you.
bracelets.
Oh.
They're mine.
Yeah, no, if you wanted them, Ryder. Brooke, do you want your handcuffs too?
Well,
No, I can always buy my own.
Of course you can.
Fancy.
What was I thinking?
Fancy ones with blackjacks and hook. Never mind.
Did you suddenly see my 50-year-old there?
Wow.
Actually, all right.
I like it. Thank you,
I think-
Victoria.
I think you should. I think you should use that as your bracelet, because I mean, it's already made out of metal. It's already designed to protect people. It's already designed out of steel. Like that's a pretty good way. Like you just put both of them on one hand. That's not a bad way to go.
Protect the people that.
Yeah, so I want to clarify this, but I want to make sure that Dan doesn't have another opportunity to make fun of me. What I have in my mind's eye is a bracelet that has multiple. It's very much like the Dresden, right? Where it's multiple things, and then each one has a different. And I can activate whatever I want, right?
Wow, there's a lot of noise coming from somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not hearing any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's on my side either. I'm in my quiet room, so.
Oh, I'm sorry, Vic.
Okay, it was Vikki. Okay, it's okay.
No,
We're gonna run into that. So okay, Robert,
All
go
right.
ahead start over with what you were trying to tell Dan not to make fun of you with.
I don't. It's not a Pandora bracelet, Dan. Similar. It's It's going to have multiple
charms. All these great charms that are available for one, only
charms.
for 1 month.
So
Available for
think about
1 month and 1 month only. Now yours free with the 59.59 purchase from.
You're gonna explode.
Oh, okay.
You might
think
want
like
to
little metal discs, and each of them
I can't do both, so
you want me to finish it off for you?
that's fine. Thank you that I was able to even do anything else.
I rolled my bazooka against you,
Kalen.
and 4 of my 6 dice hit. 3 of them were 6s, so there's me 8 damage.
Okay.
You rolled all 6s on your 3 to evade.
Do you want to mute us?
Okay, I think I muted her. It's okay. You can just unmute yourself when you're done, hun.
Okay. So it's not a Pandora bracelet was the last thing that I heard.
It is not a Pandora bracelet,
But
it's
it
gonna
could
have-
be.
Sorry.
It's like little metal discs connected by whatever, leather or metal, and then each of them will have a different ruin, and each of them will be a different spell, right? So one of them is going to be my armor. One of them will be whatever I want it to be, right?
Okay, I like that.
I'm gonna have to draw a picture so Dan doesn't get the wrong idea.
I like
Oh
it.
no, my idea is much better than anything you could draw.
That's right.
All right, I'm good with that. All right, so you have to manufacture that or find it somewhere already made, like at a jewelry shop or a craft store or something along those lines.
At the mall.
At the mall.
Yours
Yeah.
free with $59.99 purchase.
At Jared's.
This month. At Jared's. Because you have a friend in the diamond business.
Huh.
Oh man.
Okay, we can go on. I'll figure that out. Keep going.
All right, so you guys are going to the Bloody Pie. Is that what I heard? You were hungry
Jacob
for-
will probably not be going in.
What? They don't have a pet-friendly policy. Are
They
you
might be
wearing a
slightly
vest? Are you a working dog?
Someone get me a vest.
All right.
Yeah, I'll probably just like camp out to the side of the Bloody Pie and keep an eye out. You'll look
All
at
right.
it.
Jacob, do you want me to grab you some food while I'm inside?
I don't know. Can I not? Is that like a thing that I can do?
Yeah, I think so.
Growl agreeably?
Growl
agreeably.
Show me your teeth if you're hungry. Alright, I'll get you some food.
All right.
Burger rare.
Yeah, rare burger. Yes. Can I have a meatloaf without the loaf? All right. So you arrive at the Bloody Pie, and Jacob is finding a nearby alley, maybe? You want to hide behind the shop, or are you just going to sit like a good dog out front? You don't know. All right. So the rest of you go inside, and you find your friend Reginald sitting in your booth at the back table, smiling at you as you come in. Good evening. And how was your investigation coming? By the way, you guys haven't cleaned up at all, so are you guys all banged up and bloody and
Smelling of smoke
smelling of smoke?
from 3 different fires.
Yeah. Some of you may smell like wolf, wet dog. I don't know. All right. So how is the investigation going? I can see that you've been busy.
Athena, we're gonna need some pie and a meatloaf rare. And I'll have the mashed potatoes to go with that meatloaf, but that's cool. And some coffee, please, my friend.
Yes, hon. I'll get that right out to you.
Thank you. So we're gonna need you to talk with the Wyoming, with the Plunkett Police Department again, for no particular reason. But Ryder and Brooke, maybe I don't know. We shouldn't stay here long, is all I'm saying. But we do have some time for pie.
Okay. Okay. Did I hear gunfire a moment ago?
That was the cops.
Well, that's
Yeah, they tried
comforting.
shooting at us.
That's
No, not at
comforting.
us. They shot in the other direction.
Yeah,
they shot in the other direction.
And what were they shooting at? Pray tell.
I don't know. I didn't see it. It was just a bunch of shadows.
It was like nothing. It's called negligence.
Oh, I see.
But Reggie, I think it's important for you to know that the vampires were attacking the hospital, and they were drinking the coma patient's blood, and we need to tell the CDC so that they can like put more guards on duty.
Is there a reason why you're telling me that?
Because you've got better connections than we do, and I mean,
Didn't you
Brooke
speak
and I-
with the CDC with Dr. Dr.
Good Dr. Good?
No, not Dr. Good. The
Dr. Burns.
My name is Mr. Burns.
Dr. Baroy, the coroner.
Oh, yeah, but that was before we went to the hospital and continued our investigation.
I can speak from experience that Dr. Baroy would be a good point person to possibly smooth over any of these concerns you have regarding vampiric assailants.
Oh. Okay.
Do you happen to have his number? Because we lost it in the fire, or the second fire, or the third one. I can't remember.
I believe I can point you to a tent. It's just
nope,
over
because,
there
see,
on the other side of the hospital.
Yeah,
or
and that's where
high
the
school.
that's where the gunfire came from. So we don't really want to be heading in towards the gunfire. Like only dumb people do that, right, Alvin?
I don't acknowledge you.
What?
You don't acknowledge at all?
Oh, okay.
All right. So what have you found out, considering that there was gunfire and you're not on speaking terms with the police at the moment?
Well, so we know that there are some vampires, and some of them have these big nasty claws. And we know that one of them was claws. One of them was named Aurora Taylor. She was actually working at the hospital, but she was like in league with these guys. We know that there's this Belle chick that's being let loose in the graveyard at night, and she's some type of ghoul with like really nasty feet. What else do we know? There's the what's she called? She's known as like the mistress, and we think she's like the head of everything. Like she's the one doing all this stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
But that's about all I know to report to you, I guess, right now. I think.
How many vampires or vampire-like creatures did you find at the hospital?
6? No, 8.
9? There were 2 in the front. There were 2 in the top room that were extra special, and then 6 humans.
Yeah.
And then
there were none.
And there were a couple extra from downstairs that we found.
Those were more like undead though. They weren't necessarily. Well, we didn't give them long enough to show any vampire tendencies, but they definitely smelled dead.
Well, and you can actually, I don't know if you noticed, but actually Brooke and damn it, I forgot, Ryder, they kind of smell like it did. So if you wanted to know what it smelled, just take a whiff of them. It's a Uda ogre or something.
No, that's not me. That's Jacob's clothes that smell like that. It's not me.
I was not going to speak to the current state of disgust that I have at your current presence because, you know, it's not proper or anything. So it's all good. My question is, do you know what a thrall is?
A thrall?
Is that like what you do with a football? You throttle it?
Only if you're in the American South, my dear.
Oh, okay. We're
In
not
that
there.
case,
We're
I throw balls all the time.
Thralls. I believe they are the minions of vampires, wannabes. They are the hangers-on, their entourage, if you will, who get a little taste and a little bit of power, but aren't full-blown vampires yet. So that may have been what you encountered with the other bodies up, with the two main nasty things that you found. Were there any other ghouls at the hospital, or was it just vampires?
There were some of the kind of humanoid things, weren't they?
Which ones?
There were some other humanoid creature things that we were fighting.
Like the ghoul thingies. Yeah.
I guess, those were the ghouls, huh?
Yeah, so there were the vampires, there were the thralls, and then down in the basement there were like the ghoul undead thingies.
Yeah.
That's what I can remember.
So it sounds like we have a full-blown nest. So you've confirmed that we have a problem. Were they based in the basement of the hospital somewhere, or were they coming from outside of the hospital? Do you know?
I mean, they definitely seemed to be hanging out in the basement, and they were like pretending to be nurses and doctors. But we kind of set a fire and then left, so we didn't get to investigate for very much longer than that.
Right.
You got me on a horseshoe. That's cool.
Okay, do the horseshoe.
You set a fire in a hospital?
Not just one.
I'm just gonna step in here and say it really wasn't a group thing. I take responsibility for that. My bad. I'm sorry, Makupa. But I think that everyone makes mistakes, and we should just move on and not talk about it anymore in public settings.
Because it never happened.
Right.
I see. Okay. Thank you, Miss Gunn, for stepping up and taking one for the team.
Not one, not two, but three.
Hey,
Things happen in 3.
no, I said we weren't going to talk about it anymore. We're done talking about it.
And Athena uses this opportunity to deliver several pies to the table and a lot of fresh coffee, and a lump of uncooked ground beef, and some mashed potatoes.
I will enjoy the mashed potatoes before the. Hey, how long has it been since the quiche?
That was this morning. Didn't you give it this?
It was this
Yeah, it was a Friday
afternoon because she
in
was
the
cooking it this
afternoon.
morning.
Okay.
I made it this morning. Yeah, and then he ate it, and I thought it was a 24-hour thing.
Yeah.
It's a 24-hour thing.
It's
I
a
have to
day.
be cheerful for a 24-hour thing. Oh my god.
It's a day. Yes.
Yep.
I love these mashed potatoes. They are just the best in the entire world, Athena. I think that these are the best mashed potatoes I may have ever had in my damn life. Thank you very much for them.
You'll be happy to note that when the quiche wears off, you can go into super grumpy mood. So
fantastic.
Like there's a high and then there's a low that comes after. So
wait, there's
a low.
Ryder
there's a grumpier version of John.
because he's a grumpy old man.
So I'll go ahead and take the meat out to Jacob real quick. Could I be like sneaky though when I step out of the bloody pie just to make sure that the cops aren't looking for me yet?
Sure. Do you want to do an awareness check since you're
Yeah.
paranoid at the moment?
Yeah. Yes, I did. 7.
Okay, you don't see any, cops that you can immediately see. There's no flashing lights that are going off, so it looks like you're safe.
Okay, I'm gonna creep out with my loaf of meat or whatever and be like, Jacob!
Great. Yeah, I'll run up to her. I still got the quiche effect, so I'll be friendly.
Yo, they're giving you food, so
Yeah, exactly. I'm thrilled.
Good boy, Jacob.
I'll take it and eat the whole thing.
It doesn't take much. It's probably a half pound of meat right there. So.
And then I'll start sniffing Ryder for more food.
Your nose is cold. I'm going back inside. You should keep an eye out, okay? And like howl if you see anything strange.
Right, I'll nod.
Well,
wouldn't howling be considered strange?
Yeah, I mean, maybe just a little bit. Yeah, have I noticed anything different since I've been outside while they've been inside?
There's a lot of activity going on where you left. They seem to be slowly spreading out in a search pattern.
Can I kind of tell roughly where they're at?
Yeah, you can hear them.
Okay. Do I hear any other creatures or anything around?
Roll an awareness check.
Yep.
So far as you can tell, with your nose and your ears, you do not smell anything untoward. So no more creatures of the night at the moment.
Cool. I'll go back to my hiding place on the side.
KB, I need you to watch that video in chat.
Like right now or later?
Now. It's apropos.
I think I've actually seen that video.
Okay. I'm just saying you can nod because that dog absolutely nods.
Right? And he shakes his head no.
No. I'm also making the head motion. Not that you can tell, but I am. Right. Just so you know.
Okay. Good to know. All right. So what are the rest of you guys doing inside the bloody pie? Is there any information you would like to get from your good friend Reginald, who has been somewhat forthcoming this evening?
No, it's been nice.
How's the rhubarb here? Rhubarb strawberry. Reggie,
it's
this is the
delicious.
first time we're meeting. Oh, hi.
It's
hi.
bloody.
Good. Well, why would rhubarb pie be bloody? That doesn't sound appetizing at all. Brooke.
It's bloody pie for a reason.
It's bloody good.
Bloody.
Oh, okay.
By the way, do I notice anything?
Oh, your special thing. Roll an awareness check.
Okay.
At an advantage, because you're now paranoid about everything.
I love being paranoid about everything. Yes, I passed.
So there is a ghost that you can see wandering around in the kitchen from where you're at.
Like, is he like stuck in a monotonous robotic like cooking mode? Like he's trying to cook stuff that doesn't exist in his plane of existence? Or does he look like lost or something?
He looks like a dishwasher from the 1940s.
A dishwasher from the 1940s?
Yep.
Like a dishwasher with legs?
He's a ghost. He's got full legs and arms and a head. And
so my mind immediately went to like an electronic dishwasher that sits underneath the cabinet. So,
well,
okay.
if we were in Aliens and Asteroids, I could definitely see a drone wandering around as a dishwasher, sort of like the power droid in Star Wars with legs, trundling over.
So, does the dishwasher notice me?
The dishwasher is occupied. Like for some reason, he's washing actual ghost dishes that don't match any of the current
silverware or plates that are being used at the restaurant. Looks like they were from the time. So there's like this whole ghost environment that he's interacting with while people are moving around through him.
Okay. That's it.
So, my friends, I really do need to go spend some time reading. Probably until the wee hours of the morning, considering how empty everything is currently. So, I'm gonna head back to the hotel now.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna try and give you a hug.
I hate you so much.
It was really cool what you did, and I'm so glad we're just all together. And I'm gonna try and give everybody a hug.
Can I roll to avoid? Roll to dodge?
At disadvantage because you're 76 and your hips.
Actually, you're to be at a severe morale disadvantage to try and avoid actual love being given to you right now because of the quiche.
I also want to give him a hug.
I rolled an 18 and a 20.
Yeah, so yeah.
I'm in a hug.
You're at a
I'm
severe
also gonna hug
disadvantage.
Reginald.
You now want hugs. For some reason, you're drawn to people. So Ryder's hug feels like the best thing you've had in years.
Yay!
Man, I hate you all so much.
Ryder gives good hugs. You just need to suck it up.
Yeah.
I agree. She's absolutely the best hugger I've ever. Wow, but your hug is somehow even more special, or at least as special as. Well, and I just gotta ruffle this damn wolf's hair. I just love this wolf. This is just the coolest wolf ever. Who's probably also
Outside.
Face. But yeah, I know. It was the only thing I could think of to do.
I like it.
Okay. Well, Reggie, do we have your phone number just in case we can't find you here?
I don't believe I've ever given you my phone number.
Can I have your number?
He rattles off a number. It's
Okay.
a long international.
8675309.
No. That's funny though. I like it. He rattles off a long international phone number that you have a hard time remembering because there's a lot of ones and zeros in it.
Okay, can I tell him to slow down so I can write it on my hand?
Yes. He gives
Okay.
it to you very slow, 1 digit at a time.
0, 1, 1, 4,
Okay.
9, 8, 6.
I think John's falling
7.
asleep. John, go to bed. Go to
I
bed.
ain't going to bed. I have so much love for the world. I just need to read, and I need to find out how I can bring more joy into the world tomorrow. I just cannot. And then I.
Who are you trying to fool there, mister?
No, actually, that's truly how I feel right now because I have a really high morale because of some stupid quiche I ate 3 sessions ago.
Which is apparently stronger at the end of it.
Yeah.
Apparently, you
It
Also,
builds up.
lag.
Yeah.
The gift that keeps on giving.
All right, so you're heading off to the hotel. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Playing game.
That's probably a good idea for me too. I gotta do some kata and re-energize.
Can I go back to my treehouse?
Yes, although climbing the ladder to get to your treehouse could be challenging as a wolf.
Okay.
Turn into a crow or whatever, and then get to fly to the top, and then turn back into a wolf.
So, fun fact: I still have to turn human first. So human, then raven. And I haven't made another attempt yet.
You could do that while you're in the the alleyway waiting for your party to return.
I should probably I probably need clothes though before I do that, so I'm
Yeah,
not hailing
yeah.
them while I'm naked from the alley.
Yeah.
Well, you know who has your clothes because you can smell them from here.
Right.
You
Yeah.
can smell them.
So I just have to wait for them to. Are they outside yet?
Are the rest of you heading back to the hotel?
I probably would have at least stepped outside of the bloody pie if we're all like getting up to go. Yeah.
I'm going bracelet shopping.
I have a question for Ryder.
Yeah.
Did your family ever have an Ecto 1?
An Ecto 1?
Ghostbusters.
Oh.
Yeah, the Ghostbusters.
Ecto 1 was the
vehicle.
car. Yeah, the vehicle.
Unfortunately, no. We were a lot more primitive than that. So I'm saving up for one though.
Was it more the Scooby-Doo van, all done in groovy colors?
Yeah. My parents were hippies. That's for sure. Yeah.
Scooby-Doo.
We didn't want to pay, like a mortgage or anything, so we just hopped to different ghost sites and lived there for free. So.
Got it. Money for
And we made a
nothing and your
TV
ghost
show
for
out of it.
free.
Huh?
It's gonna be like a tiny scooter.
I had a tiny scooter.
Yeah.
Perhaps. Yeah.
Money for
And one
nothing.
of those bucket helmets.
Yeah.
That would be
All
so.
right.
Huh?
That would be so Ryder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good
So, while Ryder's outside, you
I'm
can.
gonna nudge the bag.
Okay. So you have a big dog nose nudging at you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jacob, are you going back to the hotel with us? Okay, let's
Right,
go.
I'm gonna take a large paw and put it on the bag and give her a very knowing look, like try to communicate with the eyeballs there.
Jacob, your paws are so big. Let's go clean them. Can I paint your nails?
Jacob will drop his head and go back up and intensify the look.
The red one in the box.
Do you want my bag? You don't want to go back to. You don't want to go back to the hotel with us.
I'm going to continue to just like dig at the bag.
Fine. They're stinky. Do you want me to wash them? Can I bring them to you tomorrow?
I will sit aggressively and like turn my head like, ma'am, I just want my clothes.
Fine. Fine. And I throw all of them at you.
I will gather them and go to the alleyway out of sight.
I'm sure that there is a big trash receptacle there you could hide behind and try
Fantastic.
to transform. So would you like to try to transform again?
Yes, what am I going against?
It would be presence, but it's the presence of your wolf plus, what are you, level 6?
Yeah, I think we already figured that my wolfy presence is a 14.
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty. Oh, critically on. Yeah, that's exciting.
So you have no idea why it was so hard the last time you tried this, but now it's just like you transform like water from one shape to the other.
Right.
And
So
your
I like
stinky
to get
clothes are right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just almost got wondering why they're just a boy naked.
No, he's hiding behind a trash can. Nobody can see him. It's dark.
Yeah. And some of us had seen him transform already too, so Ryder probably would have given him his privacy, I guess.
So I'll probably, instead of going back to the group in true Jacob form, I'm just going to start heading off towards the treehouse.
So I think did you have your backpack, or did you leave your back? You left it at the treehouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's right. The only thing you didn't have, you didn't leave there were your runes, your little bag of runes, and
Oh yeah.
John has those.
Okay, I was gonna be like, hey, wait, I remember going into a wolf and I don't remember what I did with them.
Yeah, I feel really good, so I probably don't remember that I have them. I have to be honest. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, did you head back already, or are you outside the bloody pie?
Yeah. I left a couple minutes ago.
So I'm going to start, instead of, like, I'll pat my pockets and realize I don't have them. And then I'll start heading towards where I think John went and try to pet him off.
Okay. It's not hard to figure out where an old man would want to go at night to a bed, right? Yeah. Anyway. So you catch up with him.
Cool.
We'll deal with
Doesn't
that.
she have to roll? Doesn't he have to have roll for that? Because I mean, I'm speedy. I'm
speedy. You're motivated. I don't know that speedy is a word I would use.
Fine.
All right, we'll get back to that. So, Alvin, do you want to talk to Ryder or Brooke about doing some symbology, or even Diana would be a good candidate for that to help with your bracelet.
If only one of them knew how to create items.
Well, he does. Alvin
And
also
I do know how to make items, so
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm looking to craft a bracelet so that I can ditch my armor and start getting more involved with the magic aspect here.
Like the Mark I from Iron Man.
Yes. I'm getting rid of my Mark I. So, can someone help me? I need to go get some equipment to craft my bracelet first.
I could help you. I have to go to Walmart anyway to gather more ingredients because I'm running kind of low for my potions. So, can I help pick out a bracelet for you?
Wait, I'm starting to think I'm gonna fashion my own now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you can do that too. Hey, KB.
Don't mind me. I'm trying to charge my phone because it's dying.
Oh, okay, no worries. It was just
So I
the
had to move
sudden.
around. Oh, now you're just gonna see my shirt and the dice and my hands.
Okay. Cool.
How late at night is it?
I want to say it's like 8 or 9 o'clock. It's not that late.
Okay.
8. Let's go with 8 because I have a lot of reading I have to do.
I guess I'm going to Wally World.
Wally World is always open.
Always open. Okay.
This is pre-apocalypse, so no COVID-19 here.
Guys, let's go to Walmart.
Wait, actually, what day is it in the game?
I don't know, like a Wednesday or something.
No, because we should be hearing reports out of Wuhan.
Oh my god. It's true.
It is an alternate universe where the Wuhan disaster with COVID-19 has not occurred.
Okay.
I don't want to pull that into this game. It's nightmare enough as it is.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. We're supposed to play this to distract us from that, right?
Fair. Done.
We need a
I'm
break.
sorry I brought it up.
No, it's okay. I mean, you don't need to apologize. Just
We go to Walmart. Brooke, can you go with us? I want to use your credit card to buy all the toilet paper ever.
So I'm actually rich enough that I use reusable toilet paper. So
It doesn't make it any better.
Is that like a washable diaper? Reusable toilet
Could be.
paper? Wow. This just took a weird turn.
Right,
All right.
real weird.
Yeah. Ew.
sometimes when you're in the biz, you know what I mean? You just don't have time to pee. So you make some shortcuts.
hey, Diana, do you want to go with us?
Where's the pins?
I'm beat. I hulked out. I was running all over the place today. I need to get some drawing done. Just recharge. To get back where I need to be.
Do you want me to get you some art supplies while I'm there?
You know what, Ryder? That's really nice. I think I'll be okay without though. I've got my kit back in the hotel. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Did you get your own room, or are you staying with Brooke and me?
I came into town after you two, so I've got my own place for right now. So.
Okay. Well, if you can't sleep, you can come hang out with us. We'll have a slumber party.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, Diana probably has an address for the hotel since you haven't been to the actual hotel yet.
No, have not.
No, yeah. Diana and I went to the hotel.
Did you?
And we got her a room. Yeah.
Oh, okay. There's been a lot of water under the bridge, so to speak, in the last 2 weeks, so I don't remember.
No, I totally took her to the hotel and we talked to, who was it? What was the guy's name? John, right?
Torrance, yeah.
Yeah.
Jack.
And we got her a room. Yeah.
Well, then you're all set, Diana. You're good.
Good.
So are the rest of you planning on going to Wally World then?
Yep.
Brooke, are you going to go, or are you going to go back to the hotel?
I guess some people need my money, so I guess I'm gonna go.
Well, I also want your friendship, so I mean, bring that too.
Okay, oh my god, so you guys are so needy.
Well, why don't you just give me your card and I'll like pretend to be you? Because that's not illegal, right?
First of all, you have to be blonde. You have to be a movie star. You have to be as famous as me. You have to have starred on a TV show.
Tell me about your phone.
Turn the Page with Brooke Page.
I have the blonde wig that I used for my disguise earlier.
Ryder, I'm afraid that she's too well known. You would never pull it off.
That's true. That's true.
She probably.
Wow. You get some prime bullshit points there. I like it.
We'll just go to the store really
prime
quickly.
Bullshit.
Huh?
No, go. Yeah, keep going.
Oh, we can just go to the shop really quick, and then you can do your kata after that.
I'll just do my kata in the middle of the store. It's Walmart. What are they gonna do?
That's
so
true.
whatever.
That's true. Sounds good. Okay.
Cool.
Let's go.
All right, so Victoria is heading towards the hotel, and Dan and Jacob meet up at the front door to the hotel.
Thank you.
And Jacob, you can talk now. So,
Right.
How are you going to behave as a human?
It's probably still gonna be a little different. Like I'll approach him and like my voice is probably a little bit more gruff than normal. Be like, hey, John, and like I'll kind of reach a hand out, like I was going to,
and then like bark
him, and then pull it back and kind of shake my head and be like, do you have my bones?
A wolf.
I'm sorry, what?
A wolf.
Uh-huh.
Woof.
Woof.
Yeah. Do you have my bones?
What was in those mashed potatoes?
Right.
I'm so amused with myself. You have no idea. Yeah. I thought weren't there some bones in the in that meatloaf?
Incorrect. There's a small bag that you had for me. Yes.
No, what you can't see is that I'm like literally patting myself down looking for the bones.
Okay.
In real life. Yeah, and here they are. All right, here you go.
Awesome. And I'll grab them and then walk away.
And you're welcome too, my friend.
I'll kind of like wave behind me, like, yeah.
You ate the damn quiche too.
Right.
All right, and then yeah. I will open the door and go, and I will need you to remind me how I recharge, because I can't remember. I don't know how much reading I can get done.
For every 15 minutes, you get a die 6. So it's however you want to direct that with your reading, whether it's a religious text or the dark book or a book of cowboy poetry, whatever you're reading.
All right. I'm gonna dump what I have into my battery from presents.
Okay.
Read the big book. Not read the big book. Read a holy book, a holy text. And then I will. If they depending on how late, if it gets after, I don't know, 10, 11 o'clock, then I will stop. But otherwise I'm gonna intensely read for a while. So I'm just gonna be over here rolling 6-sided dice. Because out of like 40 points, I have 10. No.
So if you read for a couple of hours, that's 8d6.
Yeah. So we'll do that first. Finger dice from over here.
And Vikki, what's Diana doing?
Right now, she's going to break out her sketchbooks and start planning out a tattoo. So that's how she's going to focus down. She's thinking about how she got hurt tonight, how others got her, and she's sitting down and just focusing down on something that can be a little mystical, I guess. I'm not very good at talking right now. I'm sorry.
No, it's good. That's fine. We're all in that boat, I suspect. So, all right. So you're busy. John is busy. Jacob, you're heading to your treehouse.
Yes.
Okay. And the rest of you are walking to Wally World. So you go to Wally World, and just like always, who's waiting for you at the front door? Greeter. Ed.
That was, what was his name? Walt or whatever?
Ed.
Ed. Yeah.
Ed says, Ryder, it's been months since I've seen you. No, you were in here buying, what were you in here buying? I don't remember. But anyway, good evening.
Hi. You're up late.
Well, I'm just about off. It's almost end of shift, so I get to go visit with my wife in the cemetery and then go to bed. So yeah.
Oh.
I lead such an exciting life.
Wait, Ed, you can't go to the cemetery at night. It's not safe. What if you fall down?
I've been going to the cemetery for years since my wife passed away, and I have not fallen down yet. But I appreciate your concern, young lady.
I insist. You should at least wait until morning. At least today, please.
I have to work in the morning, so the only time that I can go visit my wife is at night.
Please don't go tonight. I mean, she'll understand, I'm sure. It seems like it would be very dangerous to go tonight, and I want to try and convince him somehow. I don't know if that's like a presence check.
That would be a presence check.
Can I threaten him?
No, threatening probably wouldn't work, but I would go with presence to try and convince him through willpower.
Okay, well, I got 2 over, so no.
Okay. I'll take another advisement. Young lady.
Okay. Where are your bracelets?
Oh, that would be over in aisle X.
Okay.
Not to be confused with aisle Y or aisle Z. Those are completely different.
Yeah, that makes sense. Ed, do you have a gun?
I don't have a gun as the greeter at Walmart. I might be tempted to take advantage of that for certain malfeasance.
I think you should bring it with you if you go to the graveyard tonight to go visit your wife. I think that would just be safe.
Yeah, I've had a pistol on layaway for years, so maybe I'll pick that up. It might be a little dusty.
Okay, well, just clean it and practice.
Why are you so concerned? Why are you so concerned about the graveyard, young lady?
Because there might be something evil there tonight, and as far as I know, it's only there at night. I'm gonna go buy some bracelets. Bye. Just gonna march away.
All righty. He's shaking his head like, I don't know what's going on with these young people. All right. So what are you looking for while you're here at the wonderful world of Wally World?
Alvin, what do you need to make your bracelets with?
I need some. I may just have to buy a bracelet. Let's see. I need some leather, right?
Okay.
Have you used any purchase rolls yet?
Have I done what?
Used any purchase rolls yet?
I have, but I have plenty left. I have 8 purchase rolls left.
I'm going to
Jiminy
say
Christmas.
I'm going to say that if you want to use a purchase roll, they may have exactly what you're looking for.
All right, I want to use a purchase roll.
Okay.
And just like that, it is used.
It's a presence check. You have to roll.
My presence is astounding. Okay. I failed.
Well, you have 7 more.
Let's go again. Oh yeah. Failed again. One more time.
Oh no, dude.
All right, yes. 2. Got it.
Yay.
All right, so I used 3. I'm down to 5. Okay. I also need a jacket, some bullets, and a clip.
Preferably a bomber jacket.
A bomber jacket?
Yeah.
Like a leather bomber jacket?
No, not leather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can definitely find weapons and ammunition. We're in Wyoming, so they're not too concerned about it.
Okay.
What was it? And you're looking for a jacket? Just like a regular jacket?
A jacket. Yeah, just a regular jacket.
Okay.
All right. Walmart has everything you need.
Brooke, do you need anything?
No, I'm just gonna start doing the kata while I'm waiting.
In the middle of Walmart?
In the middle of Walmart.
It was for autographs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so everybody avoids you, but you notice one thing. You notice that
What do you mean everybody avoids me?
everybody avoids you. One thing, which is weird, is there's this lady, an older lady, who's a cashier, and she's watching you from her station because it's very quiet in here right now.
And does she say anything?
Nope, she's just watching.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Cool. And I pay no attention, and I'm just gonna keep doing kata to charge my points.
I'm gonna say it probably takes you guys about a half hour.
So I get 2 d6s.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, yeah, while everyone's doing that, can I meditate too?
Yes, you have as much time as you need since you're all alone and not being bothered.
Cool. What do I roll for that?
So meditation are you using it to refill your awareness or your presence?
Presence.
Okay. So are you meditating in the same way between the two? Like, are you using the same techniques to recharge your energy for both your precognition abilities as well as your symbology and mythological shape changing?
I mean, we hadn't really gone over. I assume so because they kind of fall in the same category.
Why don't we change it to maybe you have a book, like an ancient book that you took from the Tattered library.
Yeah.
That is nothing but lore about shape changers in Norse myth.
Okay.
And that's what you have to read to get back points on that versus meditating to get back your ability to see the future in the past.
Okay, would I have the same number of points in both?
You would get still a dice 6 for 15 minutes.
Okay, I'm just wondering because that's my spell points, right?
Right. So you have a maximum of double your presence for the mythology one and double your awareness for the precognition one.
Okay, cool.
That's the maximum. So
Okay, yeah. So, and then I'm sorry. How many d6 was it for? How long?
so 15 minutes. So for every hour you get 46.
Can I gather ingredients here too, or am I more kind of like going off into the wilderness gathering?
You are an equal opportunity alchemist. So what are you looking for as far as ingredients go at Walmart? Because they have everything.
Yeah, true.
Potatoes.
What did you say?
Potatoes.
Potatoes? I could use some potatoes. Yeah.
So if you go to the Bed Bath and Beyond store in town, and you go to the Beyond,
yeah, it's way beyond.
the Beyond department, you can
Or
find
you
like
find the click remote.
I have newt and toadstools and leg of frog. So yeah. Anyway, no, you're good.
Okay.
So yes, you can find stuff. I mean, there's grocery, there's all sorts of seasonings, anything you think could be used in one of your potions, you can probably find here. That's fine.
Okay, fantastic.
So everybody's spending some time recharging. That's not a bad thing.
You're right.
I saw your note.
Yeah, so I'm going to spend a little more time reading that one too.
How much is a little time?
Just 15 minutes, probably.
15 minutes will change your life if it's Geico.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay. And we're not sponsored at all, so we can mention all of this stuff, and it's not going to bother us at all. Anyway, okay, cool. So when you're done at Wally World, are you guys going back to the hotel?
Probably.
Alvin, are you going to? You didn't really get a commitment from anybody to help with your thing, I don't think, but I'm sure you can talk one of them into doing your. I didn't hear an answer when you brought. Ryder did? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't pick the bracelet I wanted him to wear, but you know, whatever. It wasn't as sparkly as I would have expected, but
yeah. That's why I had to send a picture. I know how you guys think.
A picture is worth 1,000 words, so that's a good thing.
Okay. So, in crafting this bracelet for him, do I just do like a symbology check, like against my education, to see if I can like put magic into it correctly?
Yeah. So essentially, you are sketching an image onto part of the bracelet, and then he's going to use his craft item to make it permanent, and then allow it to be charged as a magic item. So, so you have to do one part, and then Robert has to do the other part with Alvin. So, what are we doing for this first one? Is it an armor spell?
Yeah. So like I'm thinking like an image of a shield, maybe.
Sword, shield, bow.
Okay. I know that Brooke has her spell, something of the turtle, shell of the turtle.
Oh yeah, shell of the unwavering tortoise.
Mm-hmm.
So there are examples that you can pull from to try and draw a suitable thing. So really, it's up to you, because there's no one way to draw a shield. So for you, Ryder, it would be a symbology check, which is education, and since it's a new spell, it's just one die.
Okay.
Leadership.
Oh yeah.
No, I got 14. I'm sorry.
Try harder.
Okay.
It'll require some more research.
Okay.
That's okay, Ryder.
I'm sorry, but now you have like this little squiggly on your bracelet. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't do anything, but you know, that's like my signature. So, you know, in case I'm ever famous like Brooke.
All right.
I like it. You've signed your jewelry. That's true artist potential right there.
Yeah, I tried to make it look prettier.
What about some kind of what would we have to do to view my bullets or my gun with magic?
Arrow.
What are you trying to do with the bullets? How are you enhancing them?
Make it.
I'm thinking
UV bolts. You're totally trying to make UV light, UV bullets.
I was thinking about that, but then now I limit it, right?
That's awesome.
Okay. Fight vampires, so I want to view them with the power of the sun.
God.
So I could totally see like drawing a sun on each bullet.
Okay.
You really need to take symbology as your next trait. And then
I
you can
really
do
do. Yeah.
The problem with bullets is you have to do it each bullet. So make sure that you don't waste them like shooting them against normal humans. Because the flashlight bullet isn't going to do much damage against a normal human.
So I need Ryder to do that too?
Need what?
Would I need Ryder to do that as well?
Yeah, you need somebody to do it. Now, once you get it done once, you can reproduce it. I'll tell you, I can probably have you do that. But since you don't have the skill, you don't have the knowledge of how to construct that symbol the very first time.
Okay.
Because that would get annoying to have Ryder have to detail each individual bullet. See, that's 20 rounds in a typical pistol magazine, or 10.
10. So what if we did it on the gun?
But the
magazine of a gun.
Like the hilt.
It doesn't work that way because you aren't actually damaging anybody with the gun.
Unless you like hit people with it.
If I throw a bullet at him, it doesn't hurt him, Brian.
Well, you could definitely put a sun on your gun and use it like a flashlight. Could be a beam weapon, a temporary beam weapon. But unless
Get a knife. Why didn't you buy a knife?
the gun doesn't do the damage, the bullet does the damage, so it wouldn't do you any good.
Okay.
All right. So can I have you read Dark Tower series by Stephen King?
No. Remember, I only watch movies, Dan.
I was trying to help you.
I didn't watch the movie either.
That's good. It was terrible. And yeah, I will say this for the entire world to hear, and everyone will agree with me, so it's fine. But the Gunslinger series, there's a couple great lines. I do not shoot with my. Oh, I can't remember. The one that's important is I do not shoot with my gun. He who shoots with his gun forgets the face of his father. I shoot with my heart. And so if you could find a way to put the energy through you, then maybe you could find a way to avoid having to do the gun. Maybe through the shield?
Oh,
bracelet? In his heart.
How would that work? Yeah, I like that idea. That seems a lot less cumbersome, Brian.
I don't know. I would have to have a. Yeah, that to me is sort of like, in Hunted when they bend the bullet around a corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't go for that either. We gotta use some basic physics or common sense, I think, to this. So, although I love the idea of the bullet with the heart, I don't see a way of doing that unless you can come up with a way to practically explain it to me. I'm going to say no.
All right. Let's put a pin in the bullets for now then. And I need to go back to the shield though. I need armor. I'm walking around with a t-shirt on basically. So.
Well, Ryder could do it again in the morning, or you could ask Kay or.
I'm gonna ask Brooke. Brooke, can you help me? Before you go?
So I've never done anything like that before. I have the symbology as well, craft symbols.
Ask if to make tattoo, the tattoo artist.
Oh yeah, I'll go wake up Vikki or Diane next but I need something because if we go to another combat, I'm SOL.
Mm-hmm.
So the other thing you guys could do is work together, and it'll stack. So if you want to have both Ryder and
advantage.
Yeah, you would get an advantage.
It's kind of freaking me out. It's now like a coven of witches coming together to cast a spell.
Yeah, exactly. So if you want to have Ryder and Brooke work together on a symbol to give you that would work. And you could have, that's true. Although he would have a hard time asking you for help. Because,
I'm well aware, but I want to hear that conversation.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Brooke and Ryder.
Jerk.
Okay.
Can we try
Sure, Brooke. I think with our knowledge combined,
with our powers combined,
yeah.
Shape of a water pistol. No, that's a.
Yeah. So do you?
No, go ahead. What?
Well, I was just gonna ask if you wanted to roll then, because I've been rolling like shit tonight.
Sure. So.
I have faith. Okay, you can do it.
And I get advantage, right? Since it's all.
Or do we both roll just one die and we take the? I don't like that.
It's okay. One die each. I don't care.
I'm going to say that both of you roll, and whoever has the better roll is the one that you take.
Okay.
Okay.
It's totally gonna work.
So
it's gonna work.
Both of you roll at advantage because you're pooling your experience.
Okay. I got a 4.
Beautiful.
I got a 2.
Wow.
She sees your 4 and raises her 2. All right.
Oh my gosh. Brooke,
So
you're so smart.
So how many points do each of you sacrifice to Alvin's item to cast the spell?
I'll do 4.
I can match that. I can do 4.
Okay.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah. So you have a really powerful shield on at the moment, and you can make it permanent by using your own trait to craft item.
Okay, I'm going to do it. Oh, you know what really sucks is if I fail my roll.
Oh, we believe in you. You'll do it.
Right.
Don't do it.
Here we go. So my craft item is a accuracy.
Yes.
All right. I need a 12. No whammies, no whammies. Big bucks. 1. Booyah!
Whoa!
See, working together was the answer. So
did he just make like a legendary item, or what? What's going on here?
So here is the thing. So you're currently level what?
6, right? Let me look at my. Yeah, level 6.
And you're using accuracy?
Yes.
What's your accuracy?
12.
Okay, so your item can hold, I'm going to say your maximum, which is going to be the same as your pool. So it can hold up to 24 points.
24 armor points for him?
No, you can only cast up to 8 because you guys pooled together. So you can your max that you can put into any one armor is 8 points for your item. So each time you activate it, you can put anywhere from 1 to 8 points in to generate your armor, but you can only do a max of 8. So you can have 24 points stored in your item, but you can only use up to 8 of it at a time.
Got it.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
Wow.
Normally, I would only say that your item could hold 12 points, but since you succeeded, you gave it the good whammy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right. Cool. I got magic.
So that was a nice three-way work together to create an item. I like it.
Yay! Teamwork.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
All All right. So is anybody else trying to do anything during the evening?
If I could just spend some time like restudying symbols after that, like once we're in the hotel room, like as I'm going to sleep, I'll just like study up so that I can get those symbols back to you, maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure you have a book. So how long do you want to spend?
I'll just need like 15 minutes. So yeah, I'm gonna fall asleep pretty quickly inside the book.
All right, so if you make it 15 minutes, you get dice 6.
Okay.
Brian, I think my thing's going to be yin yoga.
Okay.
Because I work out and I like to do my yin yoga.
So that's your sort of your
Do I
kata.
still see my friend?
Oh, that's a good question.
She was like 14 years old. Her name was
I rolled a 1, so yes, she's there. She's sitting on your bed when you get in. Hi, Brooke.
Hi. Shoot, I forgot your name though.
Yes. Let's see. Pamela.
Pamela. Oh, good, Pamela. Hi.
You've been gone a long time.
What are
Where'd
you
go?
doing here, Pamela?
You've been gone a long time. Where'd you go?
We went to see a person about a thing.
Okay. So are you guys sleeping in the same? You guys have separate rooms with an adjoining door again? Or are you sleeping in the same room? So do you want to roll an awareness check to see if you're hearing her talking to herself?
Yeah. Double 19s. I don't hear shit.
Okay, so you're engrossed in your book. Such an exciting book.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're on your own, Brooke, talking to this 13-year-old ghost who's been around forever.
Is she just like sitting on my bed?
Yeah. She's
I'm
just
just
sitting on your bed, wants to talk to you. She's been gone all day.
Like, I guess at this point, I'd probably answer some of her questions, but I'd keep it like brief and short, and I wouldn't really disclose a whole lot.
Yeah.
So, but I kind of, as I'm doing that, I might do like another hour's worth of kata to charge.
Okay. That works. So for an hour, you get another 46.
Okay.
And the night passes uneventfully unless Jacob wants to roll an awareness check while you're pondering your life in your treehouse.
Absolutely. I was going to say I want to be aware before I go to sleep, just kind of take in what's going on around me.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So there's an old lady who keeps circling your tree.
Aha. Do I recognize her?
No, you haven't seen this old lady.
Okay, because like there were those old ladies that were talking to that thing, and then
Oh, that's true. They were a ways away when you saw them, and then you had to run away. So roll an education check, and let's see if you remember.
I would have no reason to have an advantage, right? I'm observant.
You are not. This is memory versus observant. So yeah.
Okay, just trying. Yep.
Yeah, she's one of the old ladies that was gathered doing whatever they were doing that night.
Does she know that I'm here?
Well, she's not exactly circling the tree. She's circling the yard. So she's kind of wandering the block. You've seen her 3 times.
So I'm well hidden, right?
Yeah, you're pretty hidden. Yeah.
My transformation is against my presence.
Yes.
We might be turning into a bird here. All right, before I go full bird, can I cast my bones just to see? Like, I'm trying to ask the powers that be if there's something ominous approaching, like something that I want to be aware of that I might want to tell the group.
So you're wondering if something wicked is coming?
Yes, precisely.
Okay, so yeah, you can ask the bones. This is a new casting, so
yes,
it would be a single die. And how many points are you putting in?
Let's do 2.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, what is this against? This would be
this
yeah.
awareness. Well, no. Well, you're using the bones to aid your premonition, right? So I would.
Yeah.
So it's awareness.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Wow. Whew.
So you know how you shake the magic 8-ball and sometimes you get answer uncertain, try later? It's clearly ambivalent is the answer that you get. So it has as much potential for good as it does for bad.
Okay. And is that my 2 actions, or do I have the opportunity to turn into a bird right now?
You can turn into a bird whenever. You are off combat, so you're not on initiative.
All right, cool. We're going for it. This is a known spell. I get 2, right?
Yes.
Ooh, 1 under. So we make it.
Okay. So you're back to raven form, and your pile of clothes sits unceremoniously on the top of the treehouse.
I never prepare for that, but it's fine. How many? That's 2 points, right? 4?
That is not a point. Well, yeah.
That's not.
We'll discuss later, but I don't think that's a points thing.
Okay. Cool. So I will spend, I don't know, probably like 15 minutes carefully dragging my clothes over to my backpack. We're just gonna try to put it all together. And then as a bird, I want to observe the old lady a little bit closer.
Okay. Are you going to like flap slowly over the top of her? Are you going to go from tree to tree?
Probably tree to tree. I feel like soaring over her and like turning my head down at her might be a bit suspicious.
Okay. So you follow her in her path around your block, and you roll an awareness check at an advantage.
Are my stats for the wolf, for the raven, similar to the wolf, or are they different?
That is a fine question. Let's assume that for now it's your awareness. It's your awareness, not the bird's awareness.
Okay. Ooh, yep, there's a 1 in there.
Okay. So she is dropping rocks out of a special pouch that she's carrying in her hand. They look like they're polished rocks, and they're all the same color.
Are they shiny?
Yes. They are shiny rocks. And she is just dropping them at regular intervals every few steps.
Okay, so I'm definitely going to try to gather at least 1 rock in each claw. I don't know how big they are.
Jelly bean. They're jelly bean size.
Oh, so I could probably get like 2.
You can really only hold 1 at a time. I mean, it's not. You don't have that much dexterity with your claws. You can hold 3 if you want to hold 1 in your beak. You can hold 3.
Oh, what a deal! All right, so we're definitely gonna go for that. And obviously, I'm going to try to avoid suspicion, so I'll go several stones behind her.
Okay.
What do I roll to try to?
You don't have to. It's an athletics check for stealth, which you have stealth, so you're at an advantage for that.
Oh, we are critically on there.
Okay, she doesn't turn. You don't think she knows you. You're there.
Yes. So I will collect these. But I don't want to go like. I don't want to take like a huge grouping out. I kind of want to like skip over.
Okay, so as you pick up each one, you know that little thrum of energy that you get sometimes?
Yeah.
You pick one up and it thrums with that energy, and you pick up another one and it thrums with energy, and then you put one in your beak and it thrums with energy. So by the time you get back to your little treehouse of joy, you're thrumming with energy because it's at a different wavelength than you've felt before.
So I will set them down on top of my stuff and just kind of sit back and observe them.
They're rocks.
As Bird properly does, with the head turning and the,
How long are you going to watch?
I mean, that's probably going to be my nighttime activity right there.
Okay. You're not going to sleep. You're not going to sleep at all?
I'll probably watch for like, I don't know, like an hour and then knock out, because I'm imagining they're not going to do anything.
Well, in the hour that you're watching, those rocks do not go anywhere.
All right, great. So I'm probably going to nest on top of them so they don't go anywhere. And
Okay.
sleep.
Okay. So if they hatch overnight, that's probably a bad idea. Okay. So you're going to stay in bird form?
Yep. Well, because first, so I don't trust said lady outside, and I feel like staying as a human in a treehouse in an abandoned area just doesn't seem realistic. But a bird can be up there.
Okay, I got it. All right. So the rest of the evening passes. Morning comes with a particularly sickening thud. And we'll start with I can't go around the table because the pictures shift. Right. So I can't just point here and here and here. So Robert, what is Alvin doing first thing in the morning? You're on mute.
What?
So if we're playing meeting bingo, we just got a cross right there.
Gonna go work out. Right? First thing in the morning, gonna knock it out.
Okay. So are you doing your meditation through yoga?
No, I haven't really. Did I spend any of my energy?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, then I'll do some an hour of yin yoga.
Okay. So you're level 6, so you can put 6 into it. So that, we're gonna say that you were maximizing your item creation last night.
Okay.
So, all right. So you're gonna go work out at the gym in the hotel?
I'll probably just do it in my room since I'm by myself.
Okay. What time are you getting up?
I wake up like at 5 usually. Okay. I feel like we went to bed at a reasonable hour last night. Five's good.
You're among the first to get up, so that's fine. Dan, I'm going to assume that John is among the last to get up.
I don't know. I mean, at some point he got up to pee, of course, but he doesn't, I don't know. He was in bed by midnight.
I know a lot of old people who don't sleep. So, yeah.
What am I rolling against?
I don't know.
I slept really well.
You don't really have to roll. Just decide when you want to get up.
We'll say, I don't know, whenever there's coffee available downstairs.
All right.
6:30. I'm
sure that there is. Is this hotel fancy enough to have their own coffee?
It has a gym downstairs, so yes.
There's probably a coffee maker in your room with some instant coffee right there.
Fantastic. Done. 6:30.
Yeah, 6:30. Okay. Ryder and Brooke, Are you guys getting up at a particular hour?
I get up pretty early, I guess, maybe like 7 or 8. And just kind of roll out of bed.
Okay.
Oh, I think you're mute.
You're on
muted.
mute, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't mute you. I don't know who muted you.
No. No, you're still.
And the ghost.
Is that better?
And that's better.
There
Yeah.
you go.
You wake up
Okay,
and
so-
the ghost is still watching you.
Yeah, I would imagine I probably didn't get a lot of sleep, so I'm probably up pretty early in the morning. I imagine Pamela is still sitting on like the edge of my bed, like trying to bug me.
She's been sleeping on the top of the canopy again with her head poking through, like she did the first night you guys were there.
So, yeah, okay. So I'd probably be up by now, early, probably in and out of sleep as she's pestering me.
Okay. Diana, what are you doing in the morning?
Gonna get up. I'm gonna. Is there continental breakfast at this joint, or is it just kind of like nope,
No.
no. All right. I guess I'm gonna mosey on around and make my way 10-minute walk to Bloody Pie again. Get some breakfast pie and coffee. Sounds pretty good.
They open up at 6, so yeah. About any time you get there, you're good.
Yeah. Nice.
All right, Birdie, what are you doing, Birdie?
I'd like to bring the stones with me.
Okay. Bring them with you to where?
I mean, I'm imagining that they'll be gathering most likely at the Bloody Pie as per usual. Well, I guess first I'd like to be aware of my surroundings. I'm assuming I get up with the dawn.
Yeah.
Up with dawn.
Okay.
So do I see anything? Do you want me to roll for it?
Roll an awareness check. Yeah.
Delightful. Yep. 1 under.
Okay. The only thing that you notice is that there are a few more rocks around your block.
Okay.
That's it.
She's gone. She's not there.
You don't see her wandering around.
All right. That I'm most likely gonna go back into human form so I can explain to my comrades what's going on.
Okay. So for your Raven, it's an 8 again, so it'd be another 14.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, 3 and a 4.
You're getting better.
Yeah, just whoop.
First thing you sense is that it's cold,
Yeah,
and clothes would probably be good. Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna do that. We're gonna get dressed. Make sure I have my bones to cast with and the stones in separate pockets.
Okay, you have a lot of pockets, so that's not hard.
Right, yeah. And like literally, like if I have like a vest pocket for the bones and like a knee pocket for the as far apart as I can.
Okay.
Just for,
Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
And then I'm probably gonna grab my pack. And carry that with me to the pie and stash it in my favorite corner in the alley by the trash, dumpster.
Okay.
And then I'll wait out front for a familiar face.
Okay, so the first person that you see come out will be Vikki or Diana, because she's the only one who has left the premises so far. I'm guessing the rest of them will eventually leave the premises.
Right. It's a cat.
Meow.
I love cats.
All right. So is everybody going to end up at the bloody pie for breakfast?
Yes.
Probably.
Yes.
By the way, Kay, I muted you again. Kay, I muted you again because your kitty cat was making noise.
Ow. Yeah, I'm going to the pie.
Thank you for
All right. Your cat has other plans. Yeah, exactly.
God dang it.
All right.
Never.
So you guys all make your way to the pie. Let's say by 9 that everybody makes their way to the pie. Because, you know, I wouldn't want to wake up a movie star or a young ghost hunter any earlier than they have to be. Although she was up at 7 or 8 as you said. So yeah. So eventually you guys all make your way to the bloody pie. She has coffee going and lots of quiche and pancakes.
Dan's favorite.
Yeah.
Or Jonk's favorite.
Jonk's favorite. And yeah. Reginald is not there, but Athena helps you with whatever your tummy needs.
So I'm gonna go ahead and turn to Alvin and be like, "Hey, you know about witches, right?"
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna pull the stones out of my pocket and drop it in front of him. Be like, "What are these?"
Wait, you dropped what in front of me?
There's these little stones you see that I collected from an old lady last night.
Oh, can I do a mythology check against that, Brian?
Yeah, you bet. Education.
Oh, darn it. What happened to my sheet? There it is. Okay. Advantage, right? Because I'm...
Yep.
All right. I've only got a 10 on education. 6 and a 1. I got a 1.
Okay, so you know that often witches will enchant stones to make small stone circles. So if you think back to things like Stonehenge, which were really, really large stone circles, these particular stones are used to create a smaller barrier that they are attuned to. And if you cross them, they know. Like, if you step across the barrier, they somehow can detect that it has been breached.
Oh, I share that information with everyone. And I asked, where did you find these, Jacob?
There was an old lady dropping them around where I set up camp.
In the wild, or in the...
I'd rather not necessarily. It's not wild. It's not wild. It's not close either, though. I think she might be aware of my presence there.
Did she try to talk to you at all?
I was a bird when I took the stones, so there was no real need for conversation.
So whether it was you or someone else, she was looking to be aware of someone coming and going, right?
Yeah.
Could you find the lady? Did you follow her?
I didn't continue to follow her because she seemed very focused on just heading around the plot that I was on.
Did you sit on the stones for an hour?
Distracted by the shiny nature of these things, and it became my focal point. So.
So the rocks were more interesting than the lady to you, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. But I got him, and I figured you might know something about him. But this news she'll be going back to where I set up camp, so at least we know where she'll be interested in, or how to get her attention.
Yeah, maybe we should go check that out.
Yep, that's all I got.
Everybody who is at the bloody pie should roll an awareness check.
12.
Yep.
Oh no,
I
it's
make
really good pie.
I am unaware.
I
Unaware.
pass.
I'm
Aware.
I am keenly aware. I rolled a 12.
Okay. So those of you who are aware, note
pie.
that there is an older lady wandering into the bloody pie.
Do I recognize her?
Yes.
Is it the same one?
Yes.
Do I recognize her?
You ran across an older lady.
Oh, okay.
So it's not the one we met in the woods. It was all like.
It's not the one that you met in the woods. This is might be a friend of hers, but you don't know.
So I'm gonna nudge whoever's like next to me and like kind of like not so obviously kind of like let's try to connect the dots.
I'm trying to eat my damn pie over here. Would you stop hitting me?
So you watch her wander up to Athena, wave her finger, and Athena gives her a large cup of coffee. And she slowly wanders over to your table and says, "Why did you take my rocks?"
What? I'm sorry, who are you?
Wait, who is this woman?
And we're going to stop there.
What?
Nice.
Negative.
Because I'm me.
Hey, I found out how to bring a witch to the table.
You
You're
did?
welcome.
You brought a witch to the table. So I thought that was a good place to stop.
That is delightful.
Total cliffhanger.
Yeah, you're welcome. I like my cliffhanger.
It is good.
So when is Dan's last game?
2 Tuesdays. So I've got next Tuesday and then Tuesday after that.
So clearly
But
one of us
why?
has to kill him, right?
Huh?
Are we gonna kill you off or what? What's going on?
I don't know. I haven't been told what's happening yet. I hope to find out sometime. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't figured out yet. Brian Brian has not told me what's gonna happen. So I just keep waiting.
I know nothing. I know nothing.
His older sister passed away and he has to go to the funeral. Or she's deathly sick and
That's morbid.
well, I'm trying to think of
Thank you
reasons
for trying to kill off my family. I appreciate that so much. I have so few of them left.
But Kaylin was trying to kill you off. I'm trying to save you, buddy.
That's a little true.
You won the puppy.
A little true.
The puppy clearinghouse prize.
Just a little.
Yeah.
I was saying that you won the puppy clearinghouse prize, and they need you to go out. Not for Super Bowl or anything like that, but like soccer championships or something, and you get your million puppies. That's so it's a windfall, really.
Seriously, you would not want John to have 1 million puppies? That just would not be good for anyone.
John could just retire. I mean, he's old enough. Like 20 years ago, he was old enough. So.
Wow! Holy gosh!
Ages.
I thought you and I were sitting here enjoying our pie together because we are blissfully unaware of the witch that's standing at our table right now.
Why did you take my rocks?
I thought we had a moment, but you're like, oh no.
No, that's how my character brings it up in casual conversation. I'm like, so wait, how old are you again? And you're like 117 or whatever.
76. Thank you for 77. That's right. I had a birthday. 77.
Plus or minus 40 years. Yeah.
Plus or minus 40 years.
So
969 years old.
Is the lady who dropped the rocks, is that Rachel Harris or no?
It is not Rachel Harris.
Okay.
So that's a good question.
Yeah, that is good. I forgot about her.
Okay. Cool.
How did everyone like the
You're welcome.
It's all good. It's all good. They were going to find you eventually. Just because
exactly.
Alvin
I just set it up.
Alvin is here and looking for witches actively. So
right?
you guys have run across them in a few instances. So yeah, I'm not surprised.
Right.
So we'll try again on Tuesday next week. and do the same approach until we're all released to, be free and frolic again in the open air.
All right.
And then we'll do it on the 31st, and we'll make sure that Jonk goes out with a bang.
Wait, what?
Uh-huh.
An explosion! He's dying after all.
Remember
Does
that hole you
explain my
opened up?
problems?
You remember that hole you opened up in heaven?
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Is
don't
it
want
like-
you.
The call is being returned.
Your call. The number have you reached? Yeah, we'll figure it out. But I have some ideas. So do you. So we're all on the same page.
All right.
But next week we will continue the story of the witch who came to breakfast.